future, or is he too horrific to look at? I don't think he's too horrific to look at. Maybe there will be a Chihuahuas interview eventually. Going through a breakup right now. Your vid's talking about Connor, cheering me up. Thank you. Keep up the great content, brother. Impression of Dana calling C-Rod a fucking sport killer. Here's the thing about C-Rod, man. He fucking ruined everything. Tell us a little spoiler in Bobby Green's voice. I mean, damn, chat. We got into his German heritage, man. Holy shit. I didn't even know he was German, but he is. We didn't go crazy with it. I'm in the UK, but we definitely covered every topic. You know what I'm saying? We gave every... You know what, chat? You know what? Made Germany great again. I didn't know Bryce was German, but he is German, apparently. I found that out in the interview. And he said, I'll be damned if I'm going to be shamed about my German heritage. So he was getting into that. And I thought I was going to have to steer Bryce into topics. He comes out off the rip in the podcast. Immediately in the interview. Off rip, he starts going in. He starts going in on Elon Musk being the Antichrist. And I agree with him. I thought I'd have to, okay, it's going to be calm. I don't want to spoil everything, though. But off the rip, he starts going in on Elon Musk being the Antichrist. It was great. And I have Zoom Plus. We were going to do a bit longer, but he had a training after the interview. So he did wrap it up. But it fucking booted me off when he started talking to me about reaching out to him about Jesus and stuff. Which is very telling from Zoom. I wonder who owns Zoom. I don't know who owns Zoom, but I can guess. You going to upload it tonight? Yeah, I'm uploading it after the stream. Also, that Emmett underdog pick is very alluring. I'm going for it. Will we ever get a tier list again? I appreciate the lives on the memberships. Helps me get through work delivering packages. Yeah, I'll get to the fucking tier lists, mate. We got a Bryce Mitchell interview coming out. Few, you're live. School almost made me crash out. 4 or 5 more months and I'm done. There you go. Not too long left. Thank you for the $5. When are you moving to the USA? You know what? It might be sooner than I think. Maybe I'm going to Arkansas. Bryce Mitchell was saying I could go be his neighbor in Arkansas if I'm willing to buy the land out there. It's only cheap. So he's saying, you come be my neighbor in Arkansas. I help you build a house. We'll go fishing. We'll work the farms. And I was like, okay, let's go, dude. I might move to Arkansas. This might be the move. You can be a pig on his farm. Okay. Yeah, we got along. Me and Bryce Mitchell got along. He's a good dude, Bryce. I like him. Helps me get through work delivering packages. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We'll definitely do tier list someday soon. When are you moving to the USA? I've read that one. Of course, he's German. Bryce's Uncle H is reborn. Okay. Best fight this upcoming weekend. Hope all is well. Best fight this upcoming weekend. I mean, it is Emmett versus Murphy. There's not much else of value on the card, really. I am looking forward. Well, I'm not. I mean, it's always good to see. Oh, Torres Finney versus Robert Valentin. Robert Valentin is a bit of a Bryce Mitchell himself. That was a weird looking N on Bryce's wall. What do you mean, man? What are you saying? We got into everything on the Bryce interview, though. We got into all sorts. But the real stuff's going to come out when we're on the Fishing with Bryce trip. Did he shout out his boy Tracy Reeder? No, thank you for the $2. Did he convert you? He nearly did. I'll tell you, if he chokes out Gene Silver, I might just have to convert. Zoom CEO Chinese investors are them boys, though. Okay. El Jugasto. Okay, thank you for the 2. Chapter 4 Homestead Guru would be goated. Yes or no, chat? When I go out there to Arkansas to do Fishing with Bryce, just going to say it. When I go out there into Arkansas to do Fishing with Bryce, gotta be mentioned, I'm doing a full-scale documentary with a camera crew. I have to invest with it, chat. Yes or no? I have to invest. No matter how much it costs. I have to invest in a full-scale camera crew. I need to go all out for it. It has to be done with like a 2-hour-long documentary. Fishing with Bryce. These are the things I got to put my money on because I don't spend money. So this is where I need to actually get like a 3-person camera crew and sound set up and a producer or something. You can pay a company to film for you. I can. You know who I could get? Brandon Buckingham. That's the perfect connect, is it not? I could get Brandon Buckingham. I'm sure he would know someone that would have... No, not keep it low-key. Shut up. Stop shitting on it. It's a good idea. I'm sure Brandon Buckingham, who's sometimes in the chat, would know some kind of connect to get a good film crew out there. I'm sure he would know someone with a filming setup. He knows Sam Hyde. I mean, we could bring the boys together, dude. Arkansas might be the relocation hub of the world where we reestablish the West. Mm-hmm. 1-on-1 would be better. It would be 1-on-1. I just mean the film crew. It wouldn't be someone else there on camera. It'd be me and Bryce. You know? My sister lives in Arkansas, a clean state. If you know, you know, yeah. Well, it looks like 2 ends overlapped. What am I missing on the background of this Bryce Mitchell thing? I don't know what you're talking about. It's nothing in the background. Shut up, dude. Do you think Bryce gets the job done with Gene? Yes, I think Bryce wins. Of course I do. He sold it. You know what, chat? We confirmed it. This is a holy crusade of Bryce Mitchell. We confirmed it in the interview. I don't want to reveal everything. We talked for about 35 minutes. But this is a holy crusade. We got confirmation that it is. There's no chance he fucking loses this fight. This is a religious crusade from Bryce Mitchell. Good versus... Well, I don't think good versus evil. Because Bryce, as he said, would never consider himself good. That's above him to decide. Okay? So he did confirm that. He would never be so full of himself. You know what I mean? What topics did you tell Bryce not to talk about? I didn't tell him not to talk about anything. But obviously I didn't harp on certain things because I am in the UK. But he definitely covered everything. Thank you for if that's what you're wondering. Thank you for the $2. I don't want to ruin everything though. But he may or may not have repeated that a certain someone wasn't perfect. And you want to know why? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to tell you why he doesn't consider him perfect. Oh, God. There were a few throwback moments. He may or may not have reiterated that someone wasn't perfect. Okay, I don't want to ruin it though. Thank you for the 5. This emoji is based off a Tengu in Japanese folklore. It's an evil, greedy, big, long-nosed demon with a small... Alright, what exactly did the Japanese mean by this? Alright, thank you for the $5. Why can we joke about Bryce, Izzy, Islam, but not Ariel? Alright, yeah. Get Harvey Weinstein to film? No, I'm good. You don't want to have it from behind a fucking jail cell. Anatomy of a Fighter and a Piglet? No, not Anatomy of a Fighter. I don't think he'll get the vibe. Thoughts on UFC YouTube posting Mitchell versus Emmett full fight only 6 hours ago? I mean, he is fighting this weekend in the main event and it's his most viral KO, so it makes sense to post it, to be fair. Impression of you regretting being on an isolated boat with Bryce and he tells you either to convert or die? That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Bryce is a good person. Favorite fighter who's a descendant of... I don't know. Thank you for the 2. I don't know if there is one. Yup, Pig doing an extra lap of a hike. Now you live. Thank you for the $2. True. And you know what? The interview's been fully monetized by YouTube. YouTube, dude. Thank you for the 2. Impression of Otis becoming ultra-based and joining your conquest of America as the noticer. Okay. Otis, are you Otis? What's going on here? Yeah, man, let's go, man, to America, man. Let's go. Let's do the interview, Piggy. Thank you for the 2 Canadian. No, Harvey Weinstein, we're not doing that. Not at all. It shan't happen, good sir. It shannot! Did you watch the Kanye interview? No, what? It shannot! Did you watch the Kanye interview? No, what Kanye interview? Damn, we got 1.5k people in here already. Jesus, you guys are amped for the Bryce Mitchell interview, that's for sure. You and Bryce make a weekly pod. Not a weekly, but I'll definitely check in on Bryce multiple times throughout the year. I mean, it depends. I'll see what the numbers do. See how it goes. We'll have to see how it goes. Bryce is 100% going to bring you to Christ. Watch. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility. The noticing will continue, yeah. Coming out after the stream, the MMA Guru and Bryce Mitchell interview. German heritage? Fishing trip soon? Gene Silver is a demon? Bryce Mitchell and MMA Guru talk UFC 314, Gene Silver fight. German heritage, controversy, degeneracy in the West, and fishing. Elon Musk being the Antichrist. Yeah. I didn't know he was German. Bryce is 100% going. I've already read it. Worst fouls ever in a UFC fight. Naimov is a dick. Oh, Naimov really badly fouled Nathaniel Wood. You know, if you take away that Naimov fight for Nathaniel Wood, he's actually one of the best prospects in the UFC right now. And he is called the prospect, so it would make sense. But the guy's been a prospect since he fucking joined the UFC, so if he can just get over that hurdle of winning 3 or 2 and then losing the 1 in horrible fashion, either a robbery or a cheap shot. Really looking back at Nathaniel Wood's UFC career, he's only lost to Jon Dodson. And that was in 2020 at bantamweight. Other than that, since then, or before then, he was on a 3-fight win streak against Eduardo, Ewell, and Quinones. Then he beat Castaneda. Then he beat Casey Kenny. He just won that fucking fight, obviously. Rosa, Jordan, Andre Fili, Naimov, Pineda, Charrier. Pretty big streak that he's on. And he beat Caceres in a grappling match as well. Looking forward to what's next. Hope he stays active. Thank you for the $5. Impression of Happen Ace finding a stereo that fell out of the back of a truck. Gee, man, we gotta find a stereo, man. If Gene has a decent takedown defense, how does Bryce beat him? Hyperside. His stand-up seems shaky and uncoordinated. Yes. No, it doesn't seem uncoordinated and shaky. I don't think he will be able to stop the takedown because you say if Gene has decent takedown defense. Like you ain't watched this fight with Charles Jourdain where Jourdain took him down 3 times. Torres Finney versus Robert Valentin is such an absurd fight. 5'7" middleweight and a Swiss neo-pagan tough loser. I like Valentin. I might end up picking him for that fight as well, to be honest with you. He could get chinned, but I think he's really, really good. Unless you're like a really high-level wrestler. Which Finney has got some grappling, to be fair, so we'll see. Would you drink an egg with Bryce? No, I wouldn't drink an egg with... What do you mean drink an egg? No, I'm not having a raw egg. Thank you for the 35 months of membership. Appreciate the long support. Glock Dookie. Thoughts on Prates being cancelled and Anik saying big news coming out soon for him? Any predictions there? I could see MVP. The only reason I say that is because MVP was talking about they had a fight for him in May, but it never ended up happening, so this might be something that they replace it with. Thoughts on Prates? I've already read it. Impression of Bryce when he sees Guru with cameras and mics and now considers him an agent and not trying to expose him and shoots you. Bryce isn't going to shoot me. I don't need to bring a full camera crew if he doesn't want to. I could just do it on my own. I'll let him know. We'll talk about it. Do. Is Gene Silver not just a teacup Yoel Romero? A teacup Yoel Romero? Okay. But not with takedown defense-wise. He's not an Olympian grappler. You can't spell Pride Month without demon. You can't. You actually can't. I'm trying to make a swaz joke. Oh, okay. I get what you mean now. Yeah, I know when you're talking about the thing in the background. I thought there actually was something in the background to be choked about, though. Impression of Gene Silver and El Disgusto creeping up on Bryce and him realizing they were hiding in his barn all this time. I knew it. Prospect, more like prostate. Hello, gay. All right, thank you for the 2. Bryce is actually a master judoka. He's great at grappling. Judoka, nice. If Tom Aspinall beats Jones, can we finally get the full Guru Shuffle? It will complete your channel and fully put you in MMA history. Jones KO'd on the canvas and Guru laying it down next to the cage. Peak. Thank you for the $20. There is no such thing as a Guru Shuffle, but I might create it on the spot when Aspinall beats Jones. Let's not act like it's a choice. Impression of Steve Urseg's first day of school.
Just thought I'd do this, and I've got my rucksack on, and it's gonna be a good time.
Thank you for the $2. Thoughts on Tommy McMillan from Red Hawk Academy? I don't know. Thank you for the 2, but I'm gonna be going on Tim Welch's pod soon, actually, over the next 2 days, few days. Thank you for the 2. Any agnostic atheist white Western man spirit can be swayed to Jesus with the quintessential Southern white man with the conviction and a heart of gold. True. I was getting riled up during that, dude. He was talking about going on a crusade against Gene Silver, and I was amped. I know y'all both hit the... No, we didn't. Thank you for the 2 months of membership. Impression of Connor telling Bryce to stand his base against Ariel. Stand your base! Fucking stand your base, Bruce. You noticed the Paulo Costa fight news. Thoughts? Oh, yeah, against Roman Kopylov. It's an interesting matchup. You remember John Allen Arte? I do remember him. Lost to Jacoby and almost robbed Delidze. Here he's fighting James Webb for the belt in Dublin. That's pretty good. Thank you for the £5. When's Cage Warriors going to Dublin? I might go to that one. When is Cage Warriors going to Dublin? I want to see what Dublin's like while it's still Irish. Before its inevitable downfall. I can look it up. You don't need to donate again if you don't want to. End of April, okay. Sweet. Maybe not then. Guru, have you ever taken a break from MMA? All these Apex cards and cancellations have made me apathetic towards the sport. No. I mean, I take a break from MMA when MMA takes a break from existing. So over Christmas and stuff like that. If there's no MMA on, I'll stop watching MMA. But while it's on, I don't have anything else. Thank you for the $5. Them no state income tax states looking tempting, not going to lie, indeed. Thank you for the £2. Kopylov versus Costa in the works for UFC in June. Really? Thank you for the 20 Mexican dollars. How intriguing. Kopylov versus Costa, brother. That's going to be a good fight. Thoughts on the Burn Factor podcast? Any chance we ever see you on that? I don't know what the Burn Factor is. Is that your podcast by any chance? Typically when someone asks me about something I've never heard of, it's just theirs. Yeah, it's your fucking podcast, isn't it, man? Because nothing's coming up. Oh, no, it's not. It's someone else's pod. I don't know. Probably not, to be honest with you. So it's your pod, basically, yeah? Is that what it is? Good for you. I live 30 minutes away from Bryce Mitchell's hometown. There are a lot of places to fish. I know, I would hope so. Otherwise, how are we going to go fishing? Thank you for the $5. Impression of Michael Chandler trying to adopt Mighty Mouse. Come here, mighty, 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 mighty. Thank you for the $2. Yo, Guru, you ever received a Blumpkin? They the best. No, I've never received a Blumpkin, no. Thank you for the $5. Let's talk MMA. Hot take about Jones. He'd get walked by most of the current light heavyweight division. True. I agree with you. Thank you for the $5. Current light heavyweight division's way better than the former. During Jones's second run at light heavyweight after his third USADA failed test that he had, or fourth. Was it his fourth or fifth? I don't know. It's difficult to say. Connor asking Big Tom for bicarbonate of soda for his gooch. Something about bicarbonate of soda. Thank you for the 2. Mate, I need your bicarbonate of soda, Louis. You know that? Watch Europa. Okay, I have. Heard about Jamont's husband, made mainstream news. Yeah, I saw that, but Marco Tilio's with her now. The window of opportunity is closed. Napoleon Blown Apart channel said McGregor can't be Chancellor on a video, and he dedicated the revenue from the vid to a so-and-so centre in Dublin. Noble yet gay. Thank you for the $5. Well, he actually can't. Was he talking about, I hope he can't be president of Ireland, or was he just saying the reality, which he can't be? He can't be president of Ireland. Which is true, he just can't be. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Impression of TJ Dillashaw finding John in the closet. You're never going to find Mr. Tumnus. Thank you for the 5. Sometimes I think about how Urseg's mum probably makes him put on sunscreen every time he goes outside, and then I get sad. Do we think Urseg's mum still cuts off the crust of his sandwiches? I don't want to pile on to Urseg, though. He's a good kid. I don't want to start bullying Steve Urseg for any reason. Thank you for the $5. Daddy Shamrock versus Prince of Persia prediction. Ooh. Shamrock, I reckon. How was Bryce? He seems like a nice dude. He was fired up. He was very fired up. I wasn't ready for it at the beginning. I thought I was going to have to get him in that zone, but he was ready to go. What do you think about the John Smith Hour pod? All right, thank you for the 2. Rank the Bryce interview among your others. Nothing will beat the Darren Till interview. I don't think, but this is up there. This is probably second place to the Darren Till interview. Thank you for the 2. Are you into Radiohead? Not really. I used to be, but they ain't done shit recently, have they? Have you ever went fishing before? I have. Well, I'm going to now again with Bryce Mitchell. The world needs the Bryce Mitchell fishing video. Brandon Buckingham, I was just mentioning you. I wonder if you've been alerted to this. I was wondering if you would know a way of getting that done. Me and Bryce Mitchell fishing in Arkansas. We need it to be big. We're talking giant, big level things, okay? We're talking big, government level stuff. Why does the UFC hate Brandon Royval? I don't know. They don't hate him. It's just that he's lost to Pantoja twice, so it's tough to get him a title shot. Brandon would be a good producer. Yeah, dude, if Brandon Buckingham, if this is the collab, I'm coming to the US in the summer, so I'm going to be learning all about the farm with Bryce Mitchell and all about fishing with Bryce. We're definitely going to go fishing. I think it can be done very well if we have a really good crew behind it. I think it'd be a great collab. As long as it's done with honest intentions. I ain't trying to I'm trying to really get Bryce's message across. You know what I mean? Because it's true. Which US right-wing pundit would you... All right. Bryce Mitchell, brother. Thank you for the 2. Are you going to live stream your fishing trip? We're not going to live stream it, no. I'm 100% in. There you go. That's perfect, Brandon Buckingham. That'd be good. Because I don't know. Who's Brandon Buckingham? let me check if you're the right one I'm thinking of. The style of videos that you do, at least. Yes. Life in the City of... Yes, I've seen these. Life Inside Oblak. Okay. This is the right type of videos that I was thinking of. Great. This is going to be a great collaboration. It's all coming together, boys. Whose channel? My channel. The fuck? Yeah, whose channel? What you mean, me? You mad retard. My channel, dude. Obviously. We got to do fishing with Bryce on the MMA Guru channel. Why don't you hate Kai Kara France? Why don't I hate Kai Kara France? I do. I don't know. I don't really care for him at all, but he's a fun fighter to watch. He's got KO power at flyweight. It's pretty cool. If you could do a pod with any UFC fighter, who would it be? Bryce Mitchell, brother. Does Bryce respect women? I'm sure he does. And I'm sure he respects his wife as well. Congrats on the marriage, Bryce. Can you convince Bryce to change his podcast name? No. No, our insanity makes sense. No, he's above your pay margins. I'll make enough. We'll sort it out. Islam squashes to Puria. Okay, thank you for the $2. I told you, dude, if there's a video I'm going to actually go all out with documentary style, it's going to be this one. You should bring up Bryce. That time chat tricked you into thinking he mentioned you, but it was a stinky... All right, thank you for the 5. Say... No, I'm not saying I don't understand it. Thank you for the $2. Guru, I got picked up from school after being there for an hour. I fainted. I had a hospo class, and it was raw chicken and shit. Thanks. Appreciate that. Amy blocked me because I called her Amy Fatlin. Okay. You know, she posted a picture of a guy to try and ridicule him, I guess. That's funny. Alternate MMA media begins with a fishing collab. It does. Maybe Paulo Costa can make a feature. I don't know if Brandon Buckingham's still here, but maybe Paulo Costa can make a feature. He is. What's up, Brandon? Maybe we'll get Paulo Costa involved because I know he'd want in on this. This could be big. This is the MMA video of all MMA videos. If Bryce Mitchell wins, this is going to be the biggest thing ever. Because that's when the title run begins. And we're talking big matchups. Why? How? Obama is long-legged Mac Daddy. Pastor James Manning. Never forget. Look it up, Guru. Look it up. Well worth your time. Okay. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate that. I think Brady can beat Islam. Brady, Sean Brady. I think he could. I would probably pick him to. People forget, man. One day you'll stop streaming because you'll be working in a TV set with a makeup crew and stuff like that. Life in it. No, never. I'll always stream now and then. I'll always, as long as you keep the donos coming. Thank you for the 6 months. Farming with Bryce collab when you go to America. Yeah, because dude, I've been talking about getting into farming and starting my own micro farm. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Israel level big? Israel level big. Let's do it. Just let me know when, as soon as you know. I live in Texas now and I can drive to Arkansas. There you go. That's fine. I didn't know I was going to stop off at Arkansas, but I guess I'm going to have to. Have we messaged on IG? I think we have. No. I sent you a message saying poo, accept it. Guru 300k special. Attempt to draw a 180-pound warbow to full draw or else you have to denounce your existence of Anglo-Saxon. Okay, I have to draw a 180-pound warbow, I guess. Remember when you mogged Drickus? I do remember that. I remember it well. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate you. Thanks. Colby versus Jake Paul in boxing. Colby can survive a few rounds with Jake. Yes. Thank you for the 5. Thoughts on Holloway if Volk never existed? Thoughts on Holloway if Volk never existed? I don't know. Yeah, he would be really, really great. Thank you for the £2. He would be amazing. I think Ilya would still have beaten him, but he would be a legend. He'd probably be the GOAT until Ilya slept him. Are you sure Bryce knows you're a human? Bryce does know me. He's aware I'm a human, yes. You've got to learn how to fucking drive first. I am! I'm going to learn how to drive. I'm actually doing it soon. Thoughts on Holloway's pin? It's micro. Yeah. But let's not bring that up, dude. He's just coming off a loss. Like, shut up.